Hey guys, it's Ashley, and I'm here finally for my Q&A video. I tried to make a questions and answers video last year, and I asked you guys for questions, and you gave me quite a few. And for some reason, YouTube just would not let me upload the video. So it never got posted, and I ended up deleting it on accident. I have just 12 questions that I pulled, a couple from the new video where I asked for questions, and then some from the previous one. I really didn't get a whole lot of them, but for some reason, a lot of people wanted the questions and answer video, but then didn't ask questions, so I'll give you what I got. What's your favorite time of year and why? I have things I like about, if you're grunting, it's my dogs playing back there. I have things I like about every season. Bella, you're okay. My favorite is definitely spring. I just like how the weather starts to finally get warmer. After harsh Chicago winters, you are so ready for spring. 60 degrees and you're like in shorts. But I also love autumn because I love that nice cool breeze after it's been super humid and hot in the summer. But I love the summer because I love to swim and I love the beach. And I really don't like anything about winter. Winter can go. Stat. What's one thing you used to do that you no longer do that you miss the most? Swimming underwater. I was diagnosed this year with COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which means my lungs basically, it's a disease that mostly only like way elderly people get after like years and years and years of smoking. But I was born with really weak lungs, and then I was ignorant and smoked for 14 years. And then I've just gradually gotten worse since I was a kid with asthma long before I smoked. So my lungs are shot and I get sick a lot. I end up in the hospital a lot. And it's not just sick, it's like pneumonia. I was just in the hospital 2 weeks ago again. I'm sick almost all the time, and it's not something that you can always see. Unfortunately, with chronic illnesses, that's how it goes. A lot of time you don't look sick, but you're sick. You can't do things that you think you can do. I can't swim underwater anymore. I can't hold my breath. I get out of breath just talking to you and moving around my house. So I really miss that because I'm such a mermaid at heart. I'm wearing my starfish things. I'm just all about the ocean and mermaids and the water. And I really miss being able to just swim underwater and put goggles on and pretend I'm a mermaid. Number 3, do you still do the Fibonacci? I do, but I haven't done a flip through because I stopped after February. The Fibonacci, if you guys have seen my videos, you may have seen some flip through videos with this journal style that I do, and it's like little drawings and doodles and writing throughout your day. You do a page a day. And I was doing flip throughs, and I stopped after February because I took a break and I didn't do it anymore, and I'm actually using a new book now. So I will certainly do a flip through at the end of this month and show you what I have. I'll explain more of that in another video. The next question, number 4, what did you do to lose the 55 pounds and what's your goal weight? I had a lot of questions, and I get a lot of messages about what I did for the weight loss and like any tips and things like that. I'm going to make a whole separate video on that because there's a lot that I would want to say, and I think it would make this video just too long and boring for people that don't care to hear just specifically about the weight loss. They just want to hear the questions and answers. So I will do that in another video, but my goal weight for now is 150. But really I'm just going to go by how I see myself and how I feel, not so much just the number on the scale, and I think that's really important. What's your favorite makeup brand, high-end and drugstore? High-end would be Benefit for my face and Urban Decay for my eyes. And drugstore would be L'Oreal because that is actually the highest quality straight from Paris makeup that you can get. The best foundation is the True Match from drugstore that I've ever used. I definitely love L'Oreal, and if you look at a bunch of different makeup artists on YouTube, like Candy, a whole bunch of them, they all say the same thing, L'Oreal. What inspired you to start YouTube? I actually, originally this channel, if you look down like my first few videos, it's like videos of my dogs and like random vlogs of me like talking to my friends, because I started my YouTube channel as a way for me to insert videos into my online personal like locked journal that I had only friends added to for a website called LiveJournal, which most people don't use anymore, but I used for a long time and still pop in and out of. And so that's what it was. It was just a personal thing to embed videos somewhere. But then it just kind of developed, and it started to help me with my anxiety because I'm very shy, and it helped to talk to people. And then for some reason I started getting a bunch of subscribers, and I thought it was fun, and I don't make videos like I used to, but it used to be like an everyday weekly thing, and it was a huge part of my life. And so yeah, I didn't really ever make a decision where I was like, oh, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and it's going to be about X, Y, and Z. It just kind of happened. How did you meet your husband and what does he do for a living? I met my husband in 2004 or 2005. It was our sophomore year of high school. It was the first day at my new school. I moved there at the beginning of sophomore year. He had lived there his whole life. And I met him the first day. And I remember seeing him in the hallway and thinking like this weird connection. I had like this weird feeling. It wasn't like a love at first sight thing, but I felt drawn to him, and it wasn't just a physical thing. I felt like this is going to be important. I can't explain it. It was really strange. He didn't see me then. And then later on that day in our English class, he was in there and we started talking and we became friends. And then a year later, we finally got together. And then 6 years after that, on the exact same day, we got married. So yeah, kind of high school sweethearts. And what he does for a living, he has done a bunch of things that we've been together since we've been together from when we were in high school. And he worked at an electronics store, and then he did a pizza place for a while, and then he decided to be, he went and got his CDL and he became a truck driver. And he was over the road for a couple months at a time, and then home, and then back and forth. And then once we got married, he got a local driving job here, and he did that for a couple years. And he was recently promoted for the company he was driving for before to the safety coordinator. So now he's no longer driving, but he's the manager of 300 drivers and all the semis that the company he works for owns. And he's also in the process of purchasing his own semi truck and hiring guys to drive it. And he's going to be an owner operator and also the manager of the company for the drivers and the leader of the safety department. He likes it a lot. And I feel better knowing that he's doing that than he's driving on snowy mountains over in Kalama, wherever. It's a lot safer. So I'm happy about that. Number 8, what's your Instagram? It's Sparkleigh, SPARKALEIGHH. I'll put it below because you're never going to just like write down what I'm saying. But that's my Instagram. It used to be Ashleigh Fig, but I changed it. Number 9, oh, and my Instagram is like, that's what I do more than anything else, like more than Facebook, even like my Instagram, if whatever's going on, it's gonna be there. So I post a lot of my art on there lately. Sometimes I post food, sometimes I post selfies, sometimes it's my dogs, other times it's like randomosity. You never know what you're gonna get. I love this. I got this cup. It looks like a mason jar, but it's plastic. And it's got like a really nice thick straw. And I got it at Meijer, and I just think it's the most fun summer cup ever. Not that you asked, but now you know. Where do you buy your clothes? You always look so cute and put together. That's flattering because the majority of the time, the things that you see me wearing, I got at Goodwill. But JCPenney, Goodwill, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Torrid, yeah. Really wherever I can find things that fit me. That's the thing is, I am not small enough yet to where I can wear things because I like them, because it's like my style. I have to wear whatever I can find that fits and go from there. Once I can actually shop for a style that I like, that's, that'll be fun. I have another video called Fat Girl Shopping Drama and Haul, and I talk a lot about clothes drama that I've had from that particular experience in that video that a lot of people get a kick out of and can relate to. So you may want to check that out as far as to hear about my clothing catastrophes. You watch sports, and what's your favorite team? I am not, I'll quote my friend Stella, okay? I am not a sports fan. I'm a supporter. I'm not a diehard fan of anything. I'm from Chicago, so we've got the Chicago Bears for football. We've got the Cubs and the White Sox for baseball. We've got the Blackhawks for hockey. We've got our big teams, the Bulls for basketball. I support my Chicago teams. I root for them. If there's a game, I don't watch the game. I don't care to go to the game. I don't care for my Facebook newsfeed to be full of the game. So I'm not a fan. I really could not care less about it, but I always root for like my city. How do you stay so positive when bad things happen? No one really surprisingly asked this question to me, but I I've mentioned in a few videos that my mom was murdered when I was a baby, and my dad was murdered when I was 20, 4 months after I found him and met him for the first time. I've also had a lot of different losses in different ways. I also struggle with infertility, and now I have this new chronic illness that is affecting every area of my life. So I have a lot of things happen to me that are like big major things, and a lot of times people are like, I don't know how I couldn't get up in the morning if I had to go through this, or if that had happened to me. But really, like, you don't know what you're capable of handling until you're put in that position, and you have no other choice, because it's sink or swim. And you can either take something and have it make you stronger and grow as a person, or you can dwell on it and use it as a crutch for the rest of your life and never grow as a person. So although I have a lot of things that are negative, I try to take it and make it a positive, and it does make me a much more appreciative, compassionate person for other people. I'm more appreciative of what I have, because there has been times where we lived in a car. There has been times when we didn't have food. There has been times that, you know, there's been major struggles and major loss. And that makes me appreciate what I have now more than I would have ever done if I had just always had this like golden vanilla life, you know? It's hard to explain, but really, you have to put things in perspective for yourself. You have to sit down and be like, okay, is this going, it's just, you have to really be your own coach and your own motivator, and you have to push yourself, and you have to kind of make a decision. Am I going to let this affect me this way, or am I going to take it and make this happen? Or it's hard to explain without a specific scenario, but you know what I mean. You gotta work on yourself, and you've got to take, no matter, you can't use it as an excuse. You can't use what happens to you in your life as an excuse to not do something well, or to not go and after what you want. You have to take it and use it as fuel to make you better, and to make you better your life, and be positive. That's really all you can do. Otherwise, you just stay in a spiral and you just keep going down. That's really all I can say about that. What's your favorite book? I have a lot of favorite books. If you download the app Goodreads, or go to their website, make an account, it's free. You can add me on there. I'm Ashleigh Fig on there, and it has all the books that I've rated, or that I've reviewed, or that I'm currently reading, things like that. I really like books about people that have had something tragic happen to them, or psychological, like young adult things. Like, I loved Speak in high school. I love 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. Love the Harry Potter series. I like Go Ask Alice. I like Dear Jay. There's so many books. I can't just like off the top of my head. I have to like go and actually look through my list, and then I'm like, oh, this is the best ever. All the Ellen Hopkins books, absolutely love. You really just have to check that list. I love books. I can't just pinpoint one, I don't think. So those are all the questions for now. If you guys thought this was fun, and you have some questions that you'd like to ask me that you just didn't see in my other video, or something I said made you think of another question, go ahead and ask it below. And if there's just a few questions, then I'll just reply to your comment. But if there's a lot of questions, sorry, I was reading my little list. If there's a lot of questions, then I will make another video, and maybe we can make this be like a series of some sort that I do a couple times a year or whatever. So let me know. I have some videos planned. I have the weight loss video planned, and my Alex and Ani bracelet collection. I'm going to talk about just a couple different things. So yeah, I've got my list somewhere around here. I'm also going to do a little tour of my new craft area. I set up this little corner in my basement with all my art stuff. If you are on my Instagram, you will see a picture, but I've added to it since then. So yeah, I just wanted to do this quick little, well, I guess it's not quick now, but I'm just going to stop talking. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk to you soon. I do have some videos planned, so I'll talk to you later, Gators.